aerospace industry becomes more and more connected, there becomes issues about digital trust. Well, Thales is looking at that very carefully and has a campaign director for digital trust, and he's with us now in the studio. Russell Cameron, who you're responsible for digital trust in Thales, tell us about what you're doing.
We saw the opportunity for digital transformation in the aerospace industry coming, and we saw that the safety and security barriers would potentially get in the way of those benefits being delivered across the industry. So what we've done is taken a different approach to cybersecurity. We're looking at securing systems, enterprise systems by design, and then building a series of products and services that would enable you to build trust into the systems using our high assurance cryptographic background, our work that we've done in the past with Secure Government and the Ministry of Defence, taking some of that capability and building trust into the identity of the devices, how the data is transmitted over unsecured networks, and then how you manage a trusted environment where different people see different aspects of that data.
So is that effectively using blockchain, for example?
Blockchain is one element of our offer. We've developed a secure blockchain solution for the supply industry and supply chain together with Accenture. So we build not only the use of security in the blockchain, but we add security around all of it, making sure that the information that goes in is the right information and it can be trusted from the people who are putting the information in. And we're also trying to ensure that the people who look at the data that's in the database are only the people seeing the data that they need to see.
I'm often asked about explain what blockchain means. We hear it all, and I think you've just done a pretty good job at it now, but is there an elevator pitch that tells people that keep hearing it what it actually means?
Oh, simply, it's a mutable database. So effectively you put data in hashes that people can't read, and then those hashes are joined together in blocks. So if anyone tries to damage any of those blocks, then the chain doesn't work anymore. The data is distributed globally, therefore it's shared. Therefore, if anyone is going to disrupt the database and get access to the data, they need to take over 51% of the blockchain, which becomes virtual impossibility.
Now, there's sometimes criticism that says that the blockchain isn't the only solution to this side of our secure digital futures, and that there are existing alternatives and options. Do you think that's true, or do you think that would be a case of, you're going to blow the whole thing by going cheap?
So blockchain, we don't see that as a panacea. It's just a building block in actually building an overall enterprise or system of trust. The value and the cost equation in terms of blockchain, I don't think we've actually seen people working that out yet. We're seeing it applied with great potential in the financial industry and again in the supply chain use, and I think we're at a stage where that potential is beginning to be realized. But in terms of the overall security posture, there's obviously a far more that you need to consider than just putting your information on a blockchain.
And the final question I'd like to ask you is about the whole digitalization, aerospace 4.0, where we're all going with it, that we're not actually as with it as we sometimes like to think we are. How do you see the aerospace industry being positioned now? Have we still got a long way to go in this revolution? Are we doing the things we should be doing?
That's a very interesting question. The aerospace industry's got a huge background in history and track record in safety and security. That becomes an increasing challenge as more and more connectivity and more data is exchanged. So that's a real challenge to the industry. It's not one that necessarily can be solved that easy by just setting standards and by regulation. I think we need to use technology, such as blockchain, to enable us to actually solve some of these problems that the technology itself brings.
Russell Cameron, thank you very, very much for your time.